Greetings, this is Skylar Saunders, seeing what's current. Let's get this adjusted a little bit here. There we go. All right, today is Giving Tuesday. It was started in 2012, nonprofit in New York, New York. Billy Spleen is in the house. Salute to you. I don't have problems with you. I know you have problems with Rick James. You should figure that out. Yeah, today's Giving Tuesday. I have no idea what the hell that means. What the hell does giving mean? What does it mean to you? What is giving? What the hell is giving? I heard of Thanksgiving, and that kind of makes more sense. But a whole day talking about giving, shouldn't it be called trading? I mean, when you give something, doesn't somebody receive it? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It should be like the pitcher and the catcher, the QB and the wide receiver. So you're giving them the ball. You're passing them, or a point guard and a shooting guard, or a point guard and the center. You're making sure that one value is being passed to another that is worthy of it. Somebody's on your team. If they're not on your team, then that's you're being altruistic. And altruistic is a big word for being unselfish, concerned for others that could be detrimental to your own self. That's basically what altruism means. But Giving Tuesday is probably one of the worst days to call a day, worst kind of like sub-holidays that applies. Because nothing is given. Nothing is given. Especially since I'm a Marine. I know. We that's one of our maxims. Never given, always earned. Never given, always earned. That means that knowledge, romantic relationships, love, respect, everything has to be earned. Can't be given. There is no giving. And like I said before, when you give something, somebody is receiving it. So that old cliche, that old saw, that chestnut, better to receive than to give. I know I was going to mess it up. Better to give than to receive. I mean, what the hell does that even mean? So you just pass around the gift until somebody stops and says, "All right, finally, I gotta hold it," because somebody's gonna be like, "No, it's not. It's better to give than to receive." Here, no, I'm gonna give it to you. It's better to give than to receive. No. You see, it goes on and on and on because there's no such thing as giving. There's only trading and taking. Trading is giving one value for a mutual benefit. And taking is by fraud or by force. That's taking. That's the only way there is. There is no real such thing as giving. It really doesn't even exist. Doesn't really exist. So, Giving Tuesday is a misnomer. It was probably, usually like most things, done in the spirit of helping others or doing good or all that mushy gushy stuff. But when you come down to it, when it comes down to the reality of it, it's a completely different setup. It's completely different. Think about school. They call them public schools, but government schools. Even the best government schools, what are they founded on? Taxes. They're based on the people's, the people that live in that state or in that city or, across the country, because the federal has its hands in city and state schools as well. With programs like No Child Left Behind and before that, Head Start. It's just goofy. But what I'm saying is, you had to learn. You have to learn something from those schools. Those schools were paid for because of tax dollars. They were not free. There's no such thing as a free lunch, as I think Milton Friedman once said, a great economist. He said, "There's no such thing as a free lunch." There's a acronym. It's like TANSFL or something like that. Yeah, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Somebody has to pay for something. So there's all kinds of different ways of trading. No matter what, even though it wasn't on your parents' dime that you went to school, on my parents' dime wasn't. I went to a government school. I like the term government school because it reminds people that these are of government schools. Not public seems nice and kind of friendly. Oh, it's like a public park or public show or public bathrooms. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. It's public. It's not government. It's not a government bathroom. It's a public bathroom. But these are, in this context, I'm talking about government schools. And even further than that, government schools and the university and college levels. I mean, that's funded by taxes in some cases, funded by donors, funded by people. They say you're giving them, but you're really trading. And that's the thing too, because we're really selfish. We're not really selfish, but most of us are, self-interested, but we're not aware of it. We're not conscious of our self-interest. And I have 0 people in here with 4 likes. I'm not mad because this is going up for rebroadcast. So I'm not too mad. But you have to have something. You can nothing from nothing leaves nothing, as a great song once said. You got to have something. So when you have colleges and different schools and stuff like that, they're teaching things like medicine, law, business, journalism, architecture. All these things need to be here. They need to be here. And they have to be facilitated. They have to be paid for by someone. And the knowledge you gain, that's based on it. That's based on everything. Because like Mr. Troy Star Terrain always says, it's nobody's business to teach you the business. That's selfish. That's good. That's a good thing. Selfishness is a virtue if you haven't realized it yet. From me, selfishness is a virtue, and it only is a virtue because why aren't there just random people in the streets going, you know what? Here's how you make a lot of money. I don't want a dime. I'm just going to show you how to make the money I should be making. Nobody's in the streets, or I haven't noticed it. There's a few people online, but they're not, telling the whole tale. They're like, I'll give you this one lesson, and then the rest of the 2 lessons are $1,000 a pop or something crazy like that, Billy Spinney's referencing oh god, what they had what is that? Dire Straits. He's referencing Dire Straits lyrics right now in the chat. You won't be able to see him. He says money for nothing, and I think it's for the checks for free, not chicks for free. It may be for chicks for free. That's not Led Zeppelin. That's Dire Straits, sir. That's definitely Dire Straits. I won't. And with Sting, money for nothing. So this Tuesday, just remember that. Just remember that. I'm just looking up the lyrics right now. I'm trying to find out. Yeah, it is for chicks for free. Okay, good. But it's Dire Straits, sir. Check it again. Not Led Zeppelin. It's Dire Straits. Yeah. Well, I don't know what you mean by Led Zeppelin because it's not Led Zeppelin. Definitely, it's Dire Straits. But yeah. Back to the topic. There's no such thing as giving. You have to earn it. There's no giving. There's only earning. You have to be worthy of it. You have to be able to pay for it. You have to pay a price. I had to pay a price, go through a whole, boot camp and a whole MCT, Marine Combat Training and MOS school, Marine Military Occupational Specialty School, all that. And somebody's paying for that. The United States government is funded by the American people, and they pay for all of that. Pay for me putting rounds down range. I don't know how much it costs. I think a figure was crazy. I think it was like $1 million per recruit. I think that's what it was. I could be wrong. Please correct me. I'm often wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's $1 million per recruit, and that's across all the branches. So just total that up. See why it's the budget is usually like $300 billion or something like that for the military. Because I think it's like $1 million per trainee or something like that. But like I said, you got to earn it because it's goofy, it's weird, and it's stupid, and it's sick. Do you know what blocking and staging is in film making? Do you know what junk bonds or mutual funds or all these different things? You may know. I don't know. I just learned about most of them just a few months ago, and now it's just by going on research online, which is amazing because that saves a lot of time and money, and a lot of extra mileage on the cars and stuff like that. Going to the library, which I would love to do. I want to go to libraries all over the world. I want to go to different places. I want to meet different people all over the world and interview them. I don't want to just be on the internet and look up stuff and then try to put it into a story or something like that. I want to actually engage in the world. But how do I do that? Is it just is do you just go into an Uber? You go into a plane? Or you go around? You go into a jet? You go into a personal jet? They give you free rides. Is that how that works? That's Giving Tuesday. They're giving free rides on Uber and free rides on a personal jet, and they're giving away, all kinds of clothes and stocks and bonds and all kinds of things. No, that's not how this works. That's why Giving Tuesday is wrong. It should be Trading Tuesday, according to Ayn Rand Institute, especially. It should be about trading. It's about trade. That's what it should be. It's ridiculous that we should even have this idea. It's sad, really. The place where we are in society and humanity, that we even consider giving to be a virtue. It's not a virtue at all. It's a detriment. It's a pediment. It's a bad sign. It's an impediment. It's a bad sign. It's not good. It's not healthy. There's so many different ways that people could give, but that'd be wrong. Then they will be unselfish, which is evil. If you're unselfish, you're being evil, or you're at least tempting towards death with unselfishness, because that's suicide. Unselfishness is suicide. Selflessness is suicide. Sacrifice is suicide. It's evil. It's wrong. I mean, in the context. Baja Jackson on the check-in. Salute to you, sir. I promoted yesterday. Let me make sure I promote you right now. Apologize. Hold on. Let me make sure I get this right. I'm gonna just make sure I get all this right. Make sure I get it together, sir. Make sure I get everything on point. So it's very interesting how people are. They say give. No, and don't take either. Trade. That's the best way to do it. Yes, sir. I'll say this into the rebroadcast. Check out Baja Jackson's channel at BEEJACKSON 5478 on YouTube.com. He's got interesting chef stuff. He's cooking up, all kinds of crazy things. It's wild. You'll be very entertained at the way his commentary is and the way he cooks. So make sure you check him out. Appreciate it. Barter system. Yeah, barter system. Think about the barter system. See how, it works up until a point. You want to trade somebody's cow for somebody's, uh, uh, uh 36, 40 dozen eggs or something. I don't know. Like, barter system is so corrupt in today's society. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It's sad. Like, of course, might say like, oh, let me borrow your jeans for, and I'll let you use one of my PlayStation games or something like that. And that's even weird because the PlayStation game costs more and the system costs more. So barter systems are weird. Yes, sir. You spelled my name wrong, but I'm still rocking with you. Still rocking with you, Bob Jackson. It's an E in there. SKYLER. But yeah, so it's all about trading, not trading on a barter system, not trading on anything else, but the principle of itself, the trader's principle. Trading a value for value. And it doesn't have to be something physical. It could be love. It could be compassion. It could be respect. Like I said before, never given, always earned. You have to earn it. You can't be a drunk, beat your wife and slap your kids in the face and go out and party all night instead of, teaching them how to, do their piano lessons and expect to be called a loving father, or being a mother who spits in her child's face literally and tells them that they're nothing and they'll never grow up to be anything, and then expect something on Mother's Day. That's what I'm talking about. Rick James is in the building. Yeah, put some respect on my name, Baja Jackson. Thank you, though. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you for your ongoing support. I got 3 people in here and 6 people likes. 6 likes. I'm not mad. We're rolling along. We're over the quarter minute mark. Height's in here. Salute to Height. Yeah, we're having a party. I see. Yeah, I understand. You left somebody out, but I understand why. So, but that's y'all's business. See, that's what I'm saying. So that's what our moral code calls for. By the way, Richard James, Rick James, is the fact that you should be able to give Billy Spleen your house, your car, your social security number, all of that. That's what our moral code says. I'm not kidding. I'm not playing around. That's what our moral code, either secular or mystical, it says it. Whether it's, people that believe in Jesus as an example, or Karl Marx or Immanuel Kant, who are both evil men. The most evil man was Immanuel Kant. No. Rick James, see, it's Giving Tuesday. You can't give him that. You have to give him love. You have to give him respect based on, the secular and the mystical. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to think of the person who coined the term. Auguste Comte coined the term altruism in the early 1850s as a theoretical term in his cerebral theory and as the central ideal of the atheistic religion of humanity, which I think means that he was just trying to, test out a way of mind control over people. That's the way I think it is. So just put that in your caps. Just remember that. Remember when anybody says, it's all about giving. It's all about the others. It's all about, sharing. You run the hell away from them as fast as you can. Run the hell away, because they're talking about destruction, damage, and decay. See, Rick James, you shouldn't take. You should trade. That's what this whole missive is about. Trading on principle, on the reason why people deserve to get whatever you trade with them, if they deserve it. And Rick James has more lyrics, I'm sure. I can't remember what those are for. I'm gonna look them up real quick. I'm gonna look that up. I can't remember who said that. Okay, the Beatles. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Well, not exactly. And I'll talk about that in my second topic, about love and relationships and romantic relationships. Yes, the Beatles. Yeah. Well, I wrote them myself. Yeah, I'm sure you did. Yeah, it's definitely the Beatles. Look it up. Definitely the Beatles, sir. But yeah. So it's not even a game. We pretend we play. Our worst enemies should be our friends. What does it say? Luke 6:27. I'll say it right now. Luke 6:27. But to you who are listening, I say, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who mistreat you. Let's go even further. Well, actually, a little behind. I think it's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So I'm going a little bit behind. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, as that you may be children of your Father in heaven. That's words from the Bible. You don't know nothing about that. That's just wonderful English. Your schools that would be proud of you with that kind of language there, sir. Rick James. But yeah, so there's no giving. It's all bullshit. It's complete bullshit. Okay? Anybody who tells you it's all about giving and others and loving and let's make a campfire and sing kumbaya and walk around it and no bullshit. There's all kinds of disciplines. There's all kinds of ways to make money. There's all kinds of ways that people are fortunate, or not blessed, but wealthy and powerful in economic terms, but their minds are geared towards guilt. That's what this day really stands for, is guilt. Oh, I shouldn't have I shouldn't have produced the money it took to get the turkey and the trimmings. Then I should feel guilt for having eaten so much. I ate like a pig. Then I shouldn't feel guilty for not participating in Small Business Saturday. Then on Monday, yesterday, I participated in Cyber Monday and got me a new flat screen TV. I feel like shit now. This Giving Tuesday. Oh, great! This is good. This is wonderful. This is gonna absolve me from all the torment and pain that I put myself through, and the shame and the guilt that I have for doing all this selfish things. I can finally give away my wealth now. But why not give away everything? Give away your knowledge, give away your ideas, give away everything to anyone everywhere. I didn't get a new flat screen. I'm just making a scenario height. Yeah, but that's what it calls for. It calls for guilt. It calls for you to be something else than you're not. 3 people viewing, 7 likes. I'm not mad. I just had to point that out. So it's very disgusting. This whole Giving Tuesday thing is very disgusting. It's deceptive because it seems like it's a good thing. It seems like, oh well, you're helping out people, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with helping out people that deserve it, that are worthy of help, and then you can afford it. Nothing wrong with that. It's when you can't afford it and they're not worthy of it. We got Dire Straits, the Beatles, and now Ayn Rand. That's Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah. Hey, height. Put some respect on my cash on your. Well, it's for you. It's PayPal. But put some respect on my PayPal. I just educated you. That's a trade. I gave you information. You give me your dollars. Seriously though, like, I'm giving game. This is game. I'm giving you good game. You never heard of Giving Tuesday until this stream. Exactly. So I'm saying, hey, look, wait a minute. Just in case you forgot. Do what you gotta do. You usually give $10. I'll take $10. Wow, you missed the L and spelled my name wrong with an A. And missed the S. Sing the musical. Okay, I have no idea what he's talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, Rick James. No clue. But anyway, it has to be, on a level of trading because everything else is bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit. Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, they're not going to give away the real fortune up here. They're not going to give this away. They know so much information about business, about technology, current technology. They're not going to give that away. Elon Musk isn't giving it away. Jeff Bezos isn't giving it away. You got me saying, give it away. No, I'm saying their minds, not their head. I'm saying they're not going to give away their mind, their thoughts, their ideas. That's the real wealth. Their patents. I'm sure Bill Gates has a few patents. I think I'm pretty sure that. I don't know if Mark Zuckerberg does, but I think Elon Musk has some patents. But they're not giving it away for free. Not for free. So where's the Giving Tuesday in that? Where's the giving, huh? Where's that? How come you can only be giving on certain levels, but not on others? Why can't you give away knowledge and information? That is the most valuable commodity, by the way, information. And it comes at a price. It comes at a steep price. Look at people that go to college, university, paying tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get an education. That's what I'm talking about. They're not going to give it away for free. That's bullshit. That is complete and utter bullshit. If you expect somebody like Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk to give away their secrets to their trade that made them multi-hundred billionaires. $100, is it $100 billionaires? Multi-$100 billionaires, yeah. I think, I don't know. Maybe I got that wrong. I don't know. Multi-billionaires. That's it. So it's goofy. We're goofy. We're the goofiest people on the planet. Americans. We're goofy. We're just we're experimenting with stuff. We're seeing what works, what doesn't work. Some things still don't work, and we're still going at it. We're still, acting like it does work. That's the sadness that we're in right now. So Giving Tuesday is the worst day on the calendar year to me, I think. It's the worst day. It's all about altruism, or the implication of altruism, the implication of selflessness, the implication of unselfishness, the implication of sacrifice. Give up your life. Give up your goods. Give up your wealth. Give up your cheek. Turn your cheek. Do good to those who harm you. Pray for those who persecute you. Love your enemy. But who's the enemy? Satan? Doesn't Satan mean adversary? So you love Satan, right? That's what it means. You love your adversary. You love your enemy. What does adversary mean but Satan? So Christians love Satan. I just saw Christianity. No, but yeah. So keep that in your wallet. Keep that in your pocket. Note that. Keep that written down. Have that addressed. Remember that, because it comes in good hands. It comes in handy. It comes in handy when those times where you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. Why am I giving this person this? Nope, you don't have to worry about it. You just say, nope, this is Trading Tuesday, not Giving Tuesday. Okay, we're done with that. Now I have a question. When does a romantic relationship, or I phrase it differently. I said, yeah, when is a romantic relationship serious? When does it become serious for you, for two partners? I don't care if you're LGBTQ. I don't care if you're, whatever, you're hetero or you're homo. Doesn't matter. When does it get serious? And when you have sex, when you introduce your parents to one another, you introduce each other to their parents. When does it get serious? See, this is goofy. This one gets goofy because I was just thinking about all the different, scenarios. Well, question: when you meet the parents, what if he or she or they, whatever, already met your parents? You grew up with this person for 10, 12 years. You were little kids and you grew up on the block, and now you decided, you know what? I'm gonna marry the boy down the block, or I'm gonna marry the girl down the block, or the non-binary person down the block, or whatever the case may be. And they already know your parents. They're cool, they know you, they call them by their first name. They say, Linda, hey, how you doing? Hey, James, what's going on? That's what people say. Rick James has some graphic stuff going on right now. I'm not trying to go into it, but is it when you have sex? Is that part of it? Because that's not necessarily true. Not necessarily for me. I had sex with a young lady, and it didn't get serious at all. It was just casual. It was just a spring fling. We knew what the deal was. We weren't going to be around each other for forever and ever until the day we were in our 90s, like Jimmy Carter and Rosalind Carter. We knew that wasn't going to be the case. We were going to be married for 70 years. Okay, so Rick James is still talking some stuff I'm not even sure about. But yeah, so if you realize the fact that you have a person, and what levels does it get before that? What has to happen? Like do they have to buy you something expensive? And here we go back to GivingTuesday, but you have to receive that. They give you a dog. That's expensive. I don't care. They give you puppies, something like that. That's thousands of dollars a year, of upkeep. Is it serious at that point? Is that the part where it gets serious? Is it a serious romantic relationship when you have committed to them that you are your own person and they are their own person, and you have to work things out? Yeah, is it serious after your first argument? Do you have arguments with your spouse, your other your better half, as they always say? I don't like the term better half, but as they say, as the other person in your life for a romantic relationship. What is it? What is that breaking point? What is that point that says, all right, we're together. We're gonna make this serious. We're going to the altar on this one. This is gonna be serious. I gotta get married to this. I gotta get married to this person, whoever it is. It just got serious. It just got real. She put the ring on my finger. I put the ring on her finger. Did it get serious right there? Did it get serious? She put the ring on my finger. I didn't put a ring on her finger. She put a ring on my finger. She got on down on one knee and proposed to me. Not the other way around. So she definitely showed me that she was worthy of my time for the rest of our lives, or until we get divorced. Because let's be real, we could get divorced. Why don't people ever say that? Oh, they're getting married. Well, it's so great. Oh my God, they could get divorced. It happens. Over 50, I think half of the marriages, fail in America. I'm not sure the exact percentage, but it's very close to close to a half percent, or over half of the couples don't work. Doesn't work out. And that's something that has to be examined. Because all love, luck, and lollipops until it's not. That's why the Earth, Wind, and Fire. After the love is gone. I can't really sing, but it's fun. But yeah, it was very serious. It was at a point where we had a chance to realize who we were and what we were about, and it all just came crumpled down, threw away like a piece of paper in the garbage pan. So that's where we are right now. That's where the state of relationships. I think there's great movies. One of the best movies about relationships is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind by one of my favorite writers. He hasn't made the best movies of late. Like I gave Synecdoche, New York an incomplete because I know what he was driving at, but he couldn't stick the landing. He messed up at the end. He just completely fell flat on his face with that movie. But Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is an excellent movie. It doesn't bullshit you. It just lets you know this is what relationships are like. They're messy. They're weird. They're goofy. Some stupid stuff happens. But you still want to find something in the other person, something about them that you truly enjoy and like. And you just make it work. Or try to make it work. I love the I don't know if I should give away the ending or not, but I'm gonna give away the ending because I don't give a shit. They essentially just said, you want to do this, and he's like, yeah. You fine with all my quirks and my different everything. He's like, yeah, I think that's okay. That's basically what the premise was. It's like, yeah, I think we can work it out. It wasn't like they had a kiss and fireworks, were going off in the background or anything like that. Now that could be okay if it's a completely romantic comedy, but this had like levels of science fiction and things like that, and involved. So I gave it a pass on its inability to properly show a completely romantic, and I mean romantic by the sense of life being more interesting than it is normally in real life. Life depicted in novels and literature and cinema, things of that nature. Heights asking me, have you ever heard of Jay Electronica's Eternal Sunshine? I think I skimmed past that one time. The only thing I heard of Exhibit C and his work on Donda. That's the only Jay Electronica I think I've ever heard. I didn't hear too much Eternal Sunshine. I will look that up though. You got a wealth of hip hop songs. I was very it's dope. Give it a chance. I will. I'll definitely remember that. Eternal Sunshine. I'll pick it up. I'll look it up online. You had some good. I forget his name every time because it's long. It's like, what is his name? I always want to say Slim the God Cook Son Kitchen something. What is it? What is his name? I'm gonna look it up. The drought. Hold on. Reasonable drought. Stove God Cooks. I think that is. It's just Stove God Cooks. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, change your name. Just be like Cooks or something like that. I don't. Stove God Cooks. It's like it's like it's cognitive dissonance in my head. It's weird. Stove. Or put in the Stove God Cooks. I don't know why the would help out, but Stove God Cooks messes me up every time I think of it. But he's a hell of a rapper. I like his rhymes. That's my favorite kind of rap. Coke rap, Coke chic, all that, crack rap, all that. I love that. But I digress from the topic. Romantic relationships, they're built upon some point that you both know is when it gets serious. You both know it's a strange thing, I think, and it's a strange thing for me because I knew for all my girlfriends, we weren't. One girl, bless her heart, she wasn't the most attractive one, but she was extremely smart. She was very good, with her mind. She had great hair, great teeth, great nails, but her face was like, her head was crazy, and she knew it. So I'm not just like trying to throw it on her. She knew that her head was crazy. That's sounding wild. Okay, her cranium, her head, her actual skull. We didn't get that far. I didn't have sex with her, but she was saying crazy stuff. She was like, "You're gonna be my last boyfriend." I was like, "What?" She said, "You're gonna, after I come back from Morocco, we're gonna, get, be together still and everything like that." I'm like, she's saying a lot of words, but I'm not really hearing them. Like I wasn't about that life at all. So I had to let her know that, I'm not really, I was into her. She had a great intellect. She was the first girlfriend to call me her man. She was the first girlfriend to give me a gift, and that's, look at it, Giving Tuesday. That was the receiving. That's the thing. Again, giving. I received it. It was a book. It was what is it called? Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. It was the Second Treatise of Civil Government by John Locke, one of the greatest philosophers of government and politics there ever was. She gave me that. I was just like, damn. Other girls are like, but that's probably because she has lower self-esteem in her appearance, her physical appearance. I chalked that up to it. It was kind of sad. I took the book and I was like, "Thank you, babe." And I kissed her cheek or whatever. But I just chalk it up to that. To be honest, to be completely honest. I've been honest this whole time, but I'm just emphasizing. I'm underlining it. She definitely had the smarts. She was very smart. She went to Columbia after we met. After we met, and she graduated from Columbia, and she was disillusioned. She was completely disillusioned about university, college life, everything. She had her diploma or her degree on her kitchen table underneath the salt and pepper shakers and stuff like that. She was like, it's just Temple, whatever, the school she went to. And she was just saying like, it's nothing. And then I just realized, she's disillusioned about her schooling. But I'm glad that she got back on track. She got back on track and went back to school, went to Columbia, Ivy League University. That's pretty impressive. I'm impressed by anybody. I'm impressed by people that go to community college. Height says, I haven't even opened up my degrees. They are in a corner in my mom's house. That's what it's like though. But like I said, it's like I'm impressed by anybody that goes to any degree granting institution of higher learning. I'm enamored by that. That's when it could get serious in a romantic relationship. When she finally goes to college for me. But if a person goes to college, goes to university and completes it, that's sexy as hell. That's beautiful to me. She, especially a woman. For me, I'm talking about me. A woman, that can not only cook and clean, but has business smarts, has business savvy, and can work a boardroom and a presentation, or can work a jury, can give evidence, not like the prosecutor with the partner head on the YSL and Young Thugger trial. Adrian Love, she got the fly fancy suits on. I don't know if she likes to get, I don't know if she's a lint licker or if she's, a stick rider, but she's definitely sexy. She's sexy to me. She's chocolate. The girl I was just talking about, she was light skinned. She was fair skinned. And it's usually the opposite around. I'll give it up to black women. Let me give it up to black women because I dated a Hispanic woman then I dated a black woman, then I dated another black woman, then I dated a white woman. And out of those 4, I only had sex with one, the white woman, which was decent. It was good. She had good loving. She gave it up nice. But respect to the black women, because they wanted me. They really wanted me. Like Mr. Choice of Drain, I don't know if he's a psychic or something else like that, but he called it exactly like it was. He called it exactly like it was. She wasn't really feeling me. The Hispanic girl, she's a Hispanic queen, but she wasn't really feeling me like that. But the black girl, this black, petite, 5'4" girl, woo, she was fire. I bet she was all that in the sack, but I never got the chance. But she wanted me. She was all over me. She was touching me while we were on we were working. I was working at Starbucks. I had to take her to the back. I was like, look, we can have something here, but as long as you keep touching me, we can't have that. We can't have that on business. I stand on business. I didn't say I stand on business back then. That's more of a common phrase. But that's what I said. That's the sentiment I had for her. She understood it, and we had dinners and stuff like that. Her mom cooked us dinner. And like I said, I met her parents. She didn't meet my parents, so I didn't know if that would have made it more serious. If that would have made it an idea. Height says, shout out to black women. And then he says, shout out to the white woman that gave Skylar some good loving. I appreciate her. Yeah, I appreciate her. She definitely, she wanted to do everything. That's all I'm going to say. She didn't back down from, she said, is it, you want to do this? I was like, nah, I'm not really into that. So there was some stuff she was like, it was a little crazy, but I enjoyed her company. I enjoyed all the main 4 girls in my adult life, or I should say women. We say girls, colloquially, just to say we mean women. But these women, they all, were a benefit. We had ups and downs. It was like we had real, like we were married couples. We were, I don't think I really raised my voice, or they didn't raise their voice. Well, she raised her voice. I mean, the one woman, light skinned woman, she raised her voice at me. I gave her barking rights. I was like, you know what? I'm in her car. She's using her gas. I gotta give it to her. I gotta respect that. She can bark on me. She gave me the book. She traded with me with the book. She saw that there was value in me, and so she said, "Let me buy this man a book." And that was, beneficial to my intellect, to my mind. That's where I think it gets serious. When you use something that's for somebody's brain, not their body, you do something that's for their mind. You do something that encourages them and empowers them and emboldens them to be better, to be a better person, to be great in whatever they do. That's what I think is so important. That's what I think is so great about the age we live in now. I have this platform right now. I have over 30,000 views. I didn't have that. I had like 2,000 when I first started this in April. And I know that's not much, and people get 30,000 views in minutes. Literally, people do get 30,000 views in minutes, or seconds even, I think. But for me, in my house, I plan to serve my mind. And any woman who comes to me has to serve my mind. She can get on her knees and bless me in her own special way. But she's got to, not just give me, she's got to give me her brain, not just brains. If you see what I'm saying. She has to give me thought and ideas and rationality, and let that be that. Let that be the case. Let that be true. Because it's all about, in a relationship, it's all about being true. It's all about being real. As long as you're being true and real to each other, that could be a part where it's, that's a step, that you continue to take. And there's a point where it does crescendo and you get a sense of, man, this is serious. I got to take this serious now. I got to take this real. This is true. This is what's going on. This is what's happening to me now. I got to recognize the fact that this is something that is still within the bounds of reality. I got to accept that. I got to realize that. So when does it get serious? When is it serious? Not when you lay down in bed with them. Not when you meet their parents. It's a mental connection. It's a mind game. It's all about the mind. That's all game. It's all about the thoughts. All about your mind. All about thinking. Planning. Scheduling. Connecting all the dots and making sure you know what you're doing. That's what it's about. And understanding that you are somebody that is worthy of trading, of loving another person, of them loving you. Mr. Troy starts saying, Troy always says, to the point of selflessness. I didn't know what he meant until I asked him. And he was like, after a while, they lose value. So then you become your partner. I'm not going to say, I'll say in my case, male and female, I'm a heterosexual man. The woman will lose value over time. As a fact. This is true. She'll lose value over time unless she's like a supreme being. Somebody like Ayn Rand or something like that. She's not a supreme being, but she was a heroic being, I should say. She was a completely heroic being. If she's not, she's going to lose value over time. And that's going to be to the point of selflessness. Because the point of selfishness is to get the greatest value out of a situation. To get the best possible. And it goes back to the GivingTuesday thing. Earned, never given. You have to earn it. You have to earn somebody's love, their trust, their responsibility, their character. You have to earn all of that. It has to go both ways. Everybody has to be on board. They earn it from you. You have to respond to their characteristics. You have to respond to their reality. You have to respond to their truth. That's when it gets serious, I think. When you respond to somebody, they say love is a response to the highest values and you find in another person. That's when it gets serious. When you finally say, I'm allowing myself to say that this person is of the highest values in my life. That's when it gets serious. That's when it's true. If you have any, qualms about a person, that's the greatest part about our, judicial system, is that you can get divorced. Millions of people get divorced. They have wonderful, elaborate weddings and all the, the traditions and all that stuff like that. But it may not have been serious. Even though they're married. They're not serious. They weren't serious to begin with. So just to say, oh, it's serious now, I'm getting married. Okay, great. Let's see if you can stay, you stay past the wedding. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Let's see if you can get 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, 70 years. That's very uncommon. And you can see that on TV shows. We've been married for 72 years. They're in their 90s. And they're like, we've been married for 72 years. Oh my God, huh? That's so amazing. Oh my God. They either can't stand each other or are in deep love with each other. They just don't want to get divorced maybe, and they can't stand each other. But they love each other and they're very close and they know what they want out of life. Hey, that's fine. That's all right with me. There's nothing wrong with marriage. And I know the pimps, It's a different story. I like what the late great Simple the Pimp said. He was. I can paraphrase him. He's like saying how you can be a square, and you can still get this good game. I mean, I'm not a square. I'm a man first, and I'm a Marine. That's what I am. I'm not a pimp. I haven't ever put a woman on the track or anything like that, on the blade, as he would say. But yeah, so that's where I am right now. That's the whole, idea of being serious. They say fools rush in. They say love ain't nothing but a misunderstanding between two fools. I think Oscar Wilde said that. So it's very, challenging to be in a relationship. It takes a lot of work. People think, oh, we're just gonna have sex and it's gonna be great and it's gonna be wonderful. I know that's bullshit. People want, companionship. They want to have somebody that they can, love. A lot of people say, oh, they just want to get married to have sex. Well, you can have sex before you get married. If you're, depending on your religious background, depending on your ideal system. When does it get serious? When is the moment? When is that breaking point? When is that specific act or action that takes place in order to have you understand what it means to be a partner? I don't care. LGBTQ, non-binary, doesn't matter. You're a human being, a person. There you go. A person. And you're going to not have heart. It's not about the heart. It's about the brain. It's about the mind. We've been conditioned to think that the heart, which is a glorious and a glorified muscle, a pump for our system, which is very important, but it has nothing to do with emotion. Our brain sends signals down to our heart that, she took my breath away. She took my heart away. My heart skipped a beat. That's your brain. Your eyes, your optical, going into your brain, processing, making the messages go. The messages travel down to your heart in less than a second, and you're transfixed. That's not the heart. It's not the heart's job. It's the brain's job. And you have to remember that's how you do with your mind, your brain, your thought system. That's what you got to do. That's what people don't understand. They don't get that. They throw away all the ideas, all the notions that they're supposed to have. And they just, forget about it all. They don't take care. They lack the discipline that it takes to be a true person. That's all I'm going to say, person. For me, I'm going to say male, man. But just to be a person. If you want to be a female, a male, whatever you want to be, and you find a mate, that's beautiful. Just know when it gets serious, how to handle that serious situation. How to handle that being the person you should always be. Being the person of virtue. Being the person that's valuable. The person that gives great advice. That can tell about the worst drugs and the darkest alleyways. And all that. Because that's what, you base your companionship on. It's not just the physical. It's the mental. It's integration. It's mental and physical. It's an integration that's you allow you to be the best human being that you can possibly be. So when does it get serious in a romantic relationship? I ask you. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the companion videos, and I would love to hear from all of you out there and YouTube land and beyond. So I thank you for that. And I'm about to wrap up this little section and open it up for questions. If there are no questions, then I will just wrap all this up and say thank you very much and happy trading day. But if there's no questions, I'll give you about 15 seconds. There's nobody going to be talking. There's nobody going to give any content. Then I'll just breeze off smoothly, as they say. But I got 2 people in here. I think there was like 3 or 4 people up here at one time. Heights and peace. It's been a good day. I think I didn't get my goal. I got my goal almost yesterday when a friend of mine dropped me $100 on my head. Kirk Pang. He put his name out there, so I put his name out here too. Go to visit Life. Hold on, let me make sure I get this right. Give it Life Strong Company or Life Strong Co. Just Google that or YouTube that, and definitely check out Baja Jackson's channel, B Jackson 5478 on YouTube.com. Check out Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube.com. Great channel. And I will see you tomorrow, Wednesday, and enjoy the rest of your time. Take care.